Welcome in, folks. Caleb Tallman joining you for the Western North Carolina postgame show. The only Western North Carolina postgame show brought to you by Team F Lion Sports. Team F Lion Sports always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. And boy, was it in a positive way tonight as the Andrews Wildcats make history, folks, as the Wildcats bring down the Bulldogs 22-12. We've got Brandon Stevens, Jake West out on the field as we get through this hoopla. We're going to get you plenty of post-game interviews with the Wildcats as they make history tonight. As we wrap around the conference as well, looked like Robbinsville won or is in the process of winning. We'll get a final score for you out there, as well as Swain up big, or excuse me, Cherokee up big.
Caleb?
Yes, you got me, Stevens?
I may just sneak in here and get the words of Coach Phillips.
Absolutely.
Tremendous, guys. I tell y'all every day after we pray at practice, what do I say? What do I say after we pray? I love y'all. I love y'all. All right, I'll say the same thing after we pray in a minute. I mean it. All right, there ain't no other group of football players I would rather be around than you guys this season right now. I can't tell you how happy I am for y'all in this community. Look around y'all right now. Hey, ain't nothing about us as coaches or anything else. That's y'all. Y'all have earned this. Y'all did it out here. You understand? So enjoy it. Enjoy it. 40 years is no more. All right, let's grab a hand. Thank the Lord for the opportunity we had tonight. Here we go. Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, we go to trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but lead us from evil. Thy is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen.
love y'all!
Coach, we're on live TV here, but obviously your overall thoughts about this game, because right in the beginning, man, Murphy came out, 3 plays, went into the end zone. Man, it looked like they were going to be on fire, but you guys took the momentum.
Well, I mean, that's like I told you the other day. I mean, I think our defense is the best in the conference, and I think they proved that tonight. We've been so close the past 3 weeks, you know, against Swain and Cherokee and Robbinsville, and I'm telling you, man, I told you the other day up there, these kids just like to play. They like to compete. I think you believe me now. I mean, they're a special group of kids. They weren't going to be denied. I'm going to give Murphy credit. They came out ready to play and went right down the field on us, but, you know, our kids battled back, and, you know.
So let me ask this. I'm going to turn you around a little bit because we might get you on TV here for a few seconds. We're over at the 10-yard line, guys. But, Coach, you told us tonight was an Isaac Weaver night. A couple of touchdowns, big pick this evening. Everything was going your way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I told you, too, that we were having to dig deep offensively. You know, we've been so banged up, and we're still banged up tonight. But, I mean, the heart of, like, Austin Martin to be banged up like he is, and Isaac, and, I mean, Drew Martin's banged up, and, I mean, they're just warriors, man. I mean, you know, we did the small things well. I really felt like we played really well in the first half. We just, you know, we made 2 or 3 dumb mistakes, jumping off sides down there on like 4th and 5, and they got a touchdown out of that. But overall, we cleaned up a lot of the small dumb things that we've done the last 3 weeks. And when we play like this, you know, we're a really hard team to deal with. So,
was there a point there at a point in the game where you just looked and said, "Hey, we've got this"?
I'm going to be honest with you. My coaches would probably tell you no, the answer to that question. I mean, I don't say it's over till, honest to God, I'm still coaching to like win and paranoid with like 12 seconds to go, trying to pick up a first down. And that's just kind of the way I think, you know. And so, no, I don't think there was a point in the game where I felt like this is over, you know. I've told the kids all week, this just felt to me like Mitchell. There's just some things in my gut. He'd tell you that, and your gut's very rarely wrong. And I mean, the kids, like I said out there, man, I mean, the kids done everything. I didn't do anything out here. I mean, these guys did everything. I just get to be along for the ride. So he's the one you need to be talking to.
Before we talk to Isaac, anything before we let you go?
No, I mean, I'm just, we talked about what all was at stake. I mean, there's similar things for Murphy at stake with us, too, playoff, positions, RPIs, all this new stuff, home playoff games, and, we want as many home playoff games as we can get, obviously, and, it's just a big win for our community. I'm happy for our school and our town, and, there's sometimes it gets a bad rap, and small town, but to me, I love it, and there ain't no place I'd rather be, and shoot, man, especially right now, look around.
Congratulations, Coach. Let's talk to the man here.
Hey, Brandon, if we could get you guys to drift out
we
closer to the 20-yard line, we'll catch you all on video.
All right, so if we'll glance back up this way here for a second and put these guys out of the way. All right, right here. Isaac, tell me about what your thoughts are on the football game. Your open thoughts. Just how big is this moment?
There ain't nothing bigger. I mean, everybody from here knows that that's bigger than the state championship game. Maybe be Murphy in 40 years, it's just crazy to come out here and finally do it. It's great. It feels amazing.
What's caused that to happen? Because in the beginnings, were you shocked a little bit? Murphy comes along and it's 3 plays and man, they're in the end zone. It looked like they were going to have a big, powerful night. But then, what were you thinking after that?
Just execute. I knew even from then we just made a few mistakes and that we could. There ain't no point in that game where I didn't think we was gonna win that ball game. And that's our whole team. That's why we won.
And in there, you guys looked like you had pretty good opportunities there, breaking through the line. You and Austin did really well this evening, and your line opened up the hole.
Oh yeah, they did. They done an amazing job tonight. They've been struggling in the past few weeks, but my gosh, they came out and stepped up tonight and got us a big win.
How does this feel now? You're getting ready to go into the playoffs, and it has to also give a good sparkle to the future of this football.
I mean, after 3 losses coming in and beating Murphy, that's a big upbeat, from being so down the last 3 games. It's great.
Well, let's see. Anything else you could point out for your teammates here this evening, or anybody else that you thought sparkled?
I just want to thank our coaches and I want to thank our team. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have won this game. We all played as a team and we got the job done, and I'm thankful for that.
We'll go celebrate with them, and congratulations, Isaac. All right. Well, Caleb, there we have it with a few folks from the Andrews Wildcats on the field this evening. So Jake and I will make our way back up and get into postgame.
Absolutely, Brandon. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks, and we will come back with you, and we'll talk obviously a little more about this game, and then we will get finals and just some thoughts and see what we found out from our reporters around the conference about how the rest of the conference season ended tonight, and as well as what kind of coverage you're going to get from Team FYN Sports throughout the weekend, because Jake West and I will not sleep this weekend. We'll be waiting for those brackets to come out for the updated RPI that could come out sometime in the middle of the night. But we're going to take a quick break, but stay with us as we witness history here in Cherokee County tonight at Andrews as the Bulldogs fall to Andrews for the first time in 40 years. Wildcats win 22-12. We'll be right back after a quick break to finish up the West North Carolina postgame show.
At Circuit World, we offer a wide selection of major appliances, name brands like Whirlpool, LG, Frigidaire, and more. Looking for furniture? Come by and browse our showroom or check out the Endless Aisle, a touchscreen kiosk with thousands of options. Need electronics, gaming computers, laptops, desktops, tablets? We have it all. OLED or QLED, 4K or high def. We have the selection to get you the TV of your dreams. And don't forget, at Circuit World, your credit is always good. So ask about our convenient payment options and 120 days, same as cash. Come see us today at one of our 5 area locations.
Hey girl, back so soon?
Yeah.
3rd time this morning.
Feeling too familiar with the bathroom these days? It's not just you.
Hey girl, look who made it 15 minutes.
At Erlanger Urology, we make it easy to talk about overactive bladder and treatments that work.
Hey girl, you not coming in?
No, I'm good.
Well, okay, I'll be here, 'cause I'm stuck.
Learn more at itsnotjustyou.com. Erlanger Urology.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
ReallyCheapFloors.com is your place to shop for quality flooring at an affordable price. You can find our first quality Appalachian solid hardwood 3 1/4 inch wide planks in maple gray stone at $3.49 per square foot. Our cabin grade engineered Hillshire hardwood offers 5 inch wide planks at 89 cents per square foot. And our first quality luxury vinyl plank Hazel Creek Core-Tech waterproof flooring starts at $2.39 per square foot. We have retail locations in Murphy, North Carolina, Dalton, Georgia, and Orlando, Florida. Give us a call at 1-800-253-2728.
Caleb Tall and Brandon Stevens back with you live on FYNTV.com for the Western North Carolina post-game show. Brandon, you were down there. You felt the vibe. You obviously conducted a couple of great interviews for us. But just tell us, what's the feeling down there on the field for the Wildcats right now?
Well, you get this feeling like, man, there's been like this film that's lifted off Andrews. I mean, it's had its rough spots during the last 40 years. Seasons where you didn't win that many games, and of course always having to live in the shadow 14.6 miles away of the Murphy Bulldogs that you haven't defeated in a long time. And I know there are probably some folks saying, give us some credit. I mean, but yeah, this is a good football team, and they know it, and they are it. And standing next to Isaac Weaver, you're looking at a kid played his heart out this evening. But every one of them, this is culmination of good work. I was out here in practice earlier, and the Manleys to Coach Phillips and everybody, they were putting everything that they had into not just this game, but they've been working all season. They've had to overcome some adversity with health and with people going into quarantine. Would we have enough folks to play? And so they've worked their way through it. And still, again, I look back and Murphy's a good football team. Once again, you're second in the conference. You don't get there just by somebody gifting it to you. So they beat a good football team, but a good football team that didn't really play so well this evening. There were things that just that didn't go to the script. I mean, ranging from missed point afters to interceptions to miscues. It was looking like the offense just wasn't set stable this evening. And then of course you've got to add in the defense. Defense gave up too much to the Andrews Wildcats this evening. But that's not to pat it back and say, well, Murphy gave this football game away. This was a team that was not going to go away.
No, yeah, I think you got to give all the credit in the world to the Wildcats, because I mean, Murphy had some miscues, but that interception that Isaac Weaver had, if you're Kellen Rumpelt, you got to realize, okay, that's not. I don't want to put it over there with a chance for. But Weaver made a play on the ball. He jumped the route. It's not like Kellen Rumpelt had one sail and Weaver, had it fall in his lap. I mean, Weaver read his eyes, jumped the route. It was hard to see what happened on that fumble, and then even at the beginning, that extra point. You know, it wasn't like, you know, we've seen Murphy shank some extra points this year, but I mean, a Wildcat defender got through and blocked that extra point, and that kind of changed things late in the game. Just with the scoring situation. Whereas, you know, if Murphy would have had 2 extra points, when they had the ball at the end of the game, instead of being down 10, you know, you're down 1 score. Because I'm guessing Andrews wouldn't have gone for 2, and you're looking at 21-14. And when you have that ball at the end of the game, you're not looking for, you know, a couple of quick big strikes and a onside kick. If you're down 21-14, then you're in a position, you got 4 minutes. You don't even have to be in a rush. You got 4 minutes, 3 timeouts, and you have time to work your way down the field. And so we talked about it. One of the things that killed the Wildcats in their 3-game losing streak, penalties and special teams and turnovers. They cleaned all that stuff up tonight. You know, and one of the things we said about the Wildcats in our midweek show is it's not like they're the Wildcats of old that when they went on this 3-game losing streak, I think every game was within a 10-point margin. If you're within a 10-point margin, that means you had a chance to win that ball game. And so I just think, simply put, you saw it. The Wildcats' star players played better than Murphy's star players tonight. And, I mean, I'm going to be honest. These two teams are both capable right now of playing some really, really good football. Who's to say they don't match up again? I guarantee you're going to see 1 or 2, if not more, Smoky Mountain teams match up. Because really, when you look at it around the conference right now, other than Swain, I think, and even Swain's capable, I think you have 6 teams that are capable of winning their first-round matchup, regardless of who they're matched up with. But, hey, that's SMC football for you, toughest conference in the state.
Couple of just kudos to throw out there. Let me just, I always like to highlight the good spots. Once again, in the very beginning of this game, Murphy come out, 1, 2, 3 plays, 62 yards, and you thought, man, this is going to be the momentum. This is going to be they've got the fire, and it's going to be just not so good. But that was it. After that, we didn't see any more scoring, so we go to the end of the first quarter. Murphy 6, Andrews nothing. But then to open it up in the second quarter, Bateman gets out there, gets to Andy Tatham, and they get into the end zone. They kick the point after, and it's now in the lead, and Andrews keeps it. Now, Ty Laney has some good, I thought he had some good run this evening. He tried to keep things moving and in motion. We were trying to get some work out of Jawan Allen. Not as much this evening, but otherwise get down to the third quarter, and that's where we start seeing some more. Well, actually, after Murphy scores, or we get down, and I'm stumbling around here in the third quarter. Finally, when we see Isaac Weaver get in, and also he did the 2-point conversion. So Isaac Weaver this evening really doing quite well. I thought he and Martin just they carried the ball and went above their averages, which usually about 7 yards per carry. They were getting 8, 9, 10, and that was just momentum that Murphy Bulldogs could not stop this evening. Otherwise, as we get down, it was one last chance to try to make some things up. Interception, 3:19 left to go in the football game from Rumfelt, or Rumfelt threw the interception. That was it. And so a couple good things in here. Not only just good play, but good clock management, and you worked quite well. Hats off to Andrews.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we go back around the conference, to be honest, folks, we don't have a ton of information from the other games. We do have some scores for you. Franklin came back, beat TC Robertson 21-7 tonight, so they must have bottled up the pass. So good to see Franklin get back on the right side of things heading into playoffs. Cherokee had a big win over Swain, 36-7. And actually, now that I think about this, Brandon, that gives Cherokee sole possession in second place, because Swain finished 2-3, Andrews finished 2-3, Hayesville finishes 1-4. And so when you look at it, Cherokee Murphy tied in second at 3-2. I'm incorrect on that. Bulldogs beat Cherokee. I've got it flipped. So Murphy does hold on to second place. But what's interesting this year, we've seen it in years past where you get seeded by your conference standing. That does matter a little bit for first place, who is Robbinsville. Robbinsville took down the Yellow Jackets to win their third straight Smoky Mountain Conference Championship, 31-14. And so Robbinsville's going to get that number 1 seed.
And that game, I thought, man, the way that one was kind of rolling out, it was just kind of the slow-moving train. But once it started, because Hayesville hung in there with Robbinsville, and then all of a sudden.
And I think what you saw tonight, and if you're Hayesville, you got to hope for a dry night next Friday for your Hayesville, wherever you're playing at, because I think Hayesville, got some stuff done early, but you struggled to consistently pass the football from what I've gathered. Just on a wet, rainy night, not an easy thing to do. And give credit to the Black Knights. They're obviously doing some things right to win their third straight outright division championship. And then, so we'll finish up here, Brandon. You got any closing thoughts for tonight? We're going to have lots of stuff over the weekend. You'll get some articles out for us. I'll get a Hayesville article out later tonight. Jake West, we'll hit our conference wrap up. You got any closing thoughts?
No, man. I just it was kind of a shocking game because from looking at it, you go into it and you think, well, favorite in this probably is Murphy, and I think some of the other reporter types like ourselves are saying, okay, this will be Murphy by 8, 10, 12 or something like that, but I think everybody knew and was suspecting from looking back at the earlier historical, like the Mitchell game, the North Buncombe game that Andrews played, that it could be very real that Andrews wins, and they did, and so tonight, once again, the Andrews Wildcats, they just played better than Murphy in all respects, and for that, Murphy's got to go back, reset, get ready for the playoffs, and Andrews now build on that momentum, and keep the train.
See them
rolling.
on a deep playoff run. Based on the RPI, this is going to earn them a home playoff game tonight.
And one of the things you have to look back, and it's not been that long back in the last decade, but Andrews has made some strides down into second, third round of the playoffs. And of course, one of the last times they got beat by Murphy over in Murphy, but we've seen this coming closer and closer, the tide coming in, and it happened.
And folks, this might not be good for the Bulldog fans. Excitement for the Wildcat fans, though, because one thing to note, Murphy's got a big bunch of seniors. I mean, close to 10, 12. 12. So you got it. And from what I saw, I think Andrews only had 2 or 3 or 4. They had 4 on senior night tonight. Right. And the guys that you really want to see back, like Weaver, Bateman, Martin, they're all back next year.
They are.
So interesting turn of events.
The big key there is, it's like when you get a franchise player in the NFL, and then those NFL teams don't put anybody around them. Here, that's the key. You've got some good skilled people here. If you can build
that line,
build the line, protect them, open the holes, do the defense. Not just now, but it translates to next year and the next year. And that, Caleb, is what now Andrews is looking to say. Let's build some tradition.
Yeah.
Let's let this little spark be the brush fire that builds a nice tradition, and maybe they're onto it.
And closing out tonight, Brandon, I just want to let folks know. Hopefully you're available some this weekend. We'll probably get me, you, and Jake West, maybe some other folks. We don't know, guys, because, as you said, Brandon, the playoff brackets come out 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or hey, right. How many times have we seen the NCHSA come out late on a Friday night or a Saturday morning and say, we're going to delay it a day and do it Sunday? But we're going to have some type of show this weekend, Western North Carolina bracket, reveal. It won't be a reveal as much because folks will already see it, but we'll go through and we'll go through the bracket step by step and see what games are going to do. And I also want to let folks know we will also be contacting the state and filling out all the proper paperwork. We're planning to try and do some games live next week, playoffs wise, Brandon. We don't know where we're going to be yet, but we're going to try and be in some places. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see who gets home games. I know one of the games we want to do is try and get out for the Hayesville away game. But if it's a school that has NFHS network, you're not allowed. So we'll see what we get. But we promise you, stay tuned to the Team FYN Sports Twitter and Facebook, and check us out on FYN TV as we have some shows that'll be coming out this weekend. And congratulations to Andrews who pulled off the upset. You got a closing thought?
Well, yeah, because I had a little bit of a human interest part of my story this week in the preview.
Yeah.
I guess somebody's going to be helping Adam Bobo shop for some Andrew's Wildcat attire. His father's one of the ministers at one of the local Baptist churches, so he's got to dress up in Andrew's Wildcat attire.
Boy.
He's one of the defensive linemen, but I think I was right. You had to run fast as you can in this football game, and the Andrews Wildcats did it well.
Yeah, and hey, I'm going to toot my own horn because I don't get that option very often, Brandon, because my predictions are usually dead wrong. You guys can see where I'm at in the SMC Pick'em standings. I'm not that high, but I did predict. I thought the Wildcats would want it more tonight, and I predict an Andrews Wildcats victory. So congratulations to Andrews tonight, pulling off the upset, first time in 40 years, and congratulations to the Robbinsville Black Knights, your Smoky Mountain Conference champions. You're watching live on FYNTV.com. It's been a Team FYN Sports production. Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. Hope everyone has a safe ride home tonight.